What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stan and you're watching the second episode of the Leeds United FM19 save. Now you join me today on the transfer history screen. There's been a couple of bits of business since the last episode. One of them wasn't anything to do with me, one of them was actually the director of football, one of them I signed myself. I actually had forgotten we were still in the transfer window at the end of last episode. So I wanted to quickly go through them first before we get stuck any further. So the first one, which is what my director of football signed, Mak Varisanovic, Bosnian, 19, fairly decent potential, could be quite a good player, but not close enough to our first team, won't be getting into our team, although not too far off Shackleton, to be honest, similar sort of stats. Now the next signing is Matthew Conley. This is one that I actually made myself. It's not the typical sort of football manager signing you'd go for, especially not myself. I like to build young teams, build them up and grow through the system. However, like I said, we're just doing one season on this and we only had 3 established centre-backs, and I like to have 4 in case 1 or 2 gets injured, suspensions, you never know. It's good to always have 4. Now this one we did actually bring on loan. The loan deal was £26,000 a month, so for until June, let's say, we're only looking at £250,000 to bring him in for the 10 months. Pretty good statistics, nothing special, but good tackling is what you need in a defender. Physical was slightly disappointing, but nothing that's going to be a problem. Just a good all-rounder, probably 3rd or 4th choice, but it's becoming quite handy, as you can see already made an appearance. So that's the transfers done. We didn't really have any money to make any more. Not anybody really need to. We've got a pretty strong team. That was the only gap really with a 4th choice centre back. I think what we'll do now. So we've looked at the transfers. What we've got left to do. Alright, so we're going to move over to the schedule page here. Obviously in the last episode you saw that we absolutely smashed Stoke 4-0. Stoke obviously are a very good team. Kamar Roof got a hat-trick in that game, and as you can see looking down, he's been a common theme throughout the rest of these fixtures. So we're going to move on to look at the Derby game. So we won that one 3-1. We scored the first goal, and then we didn't really look very good after that. So I had a bit of a chat with them at half time. I'll take you through the goals very quickly. So we see here that Forshaw picks up the ball from Douglas, moves its way to Hernandez, who passes it into Roof, who passes it straight into the corner of the net. Fantastic first goal. And then they come back into the game later on. Harry Wilson on loan from Liverpool down the left hand side whips it into, is that Lawrence? Yeah, Lawrence, and it's a good finish into the goal. Now at this point, I'll quickly pause. At this point, it wasn't looking too good. If we look at is that how you do it? That's not how you do it. We'll go back anyway. At this point, the game was very even. I wasn't too happy about that. We then go in the second half. We have a go at them, to be honest. Hernandez picks up the ball, fires it into the goal. Fantastic goal. Puts us 2-1 up. At this point, they start going more attacking. Alien whips in a lovely ball towards Roof, and you know what Roof's going to do. He's going to put it straight into the bottom corner. So that's the game against Derby. Wasn't too bad. So we'll move on to the next one. Now, Crewe was an interesting one. We actually rotated the team quite heavily. Kept the fullbacks the same, but as you can see, we've got Shackleton, O'Kane, Harrison, Tyler Roberts started. It didn't really go anywhere. We were in control of the game in terms of possession. I don't know if we can look at the match report really quick. Yeah, so we had most of the possession, we had most of the shots, but we just never really got going in the game. Our defence played pretty well as well, which is always quite helpful. In terms of key passes, Harrison was kind of the standout offensively. But yeah, we went to penalties, and unfortunately on the day, Clark and Shackleton missed their penalties. Can't really do much about that. The board will be slightly disappointed with a first round exit, but we'll try and do better in the FA Cup. So that's the game against Crewe. So we'll have a look at the game against Rotherham, which was televised, which is always good. Again, you can see another goal scorer in Kamar Roof there again. So load up the game, I'll show you the highlights for this one. As that loads up now. First of all, whipped in. I'm going to slow this down because I'm sure you just missed that. because I definitely missed that. We'll go down to there, we'll start again. Right, so Douglas whips it in to the box. Roof almost gets there. Allbeck gets his first goal for the club after his second competitive game. He didn't play against Crew. Alioski here, a lovely finish into the top corner. Cannot complain with that. And here's Forshaw, moves it on to Albeck, moves it on to Aiden. The fullbacks are incredible in this system, I love them. And then Roof does what he does best, another goal for the club. So that's the game against Rotherham. And then we played against Swansea. This is a very tight affair. Again, you can see you got the winning goal, but we'll go and watch that really quick. And if you look at the stats, it was fairly tight. We were the better team. We defended really well. Douglas again, fantastic. Alioski was fantastic. Roof obviously got the goal. Now we'll put that on the screen now, have a look. Make sure it's still slowed down. So Douglas here on the left hand side into Albeck. Douglas puts it over. Brilliant cross. Roof's there. And it is really as straightforward as that. And nothing, we didn't really have any highlights for the rest of the game, to be honest. We went on to cautious in the second half, and that was it. It really ended from there. So that's the fixtures rounded up. If we go to the competition, you can see here we are in first place. If we we scored 11 goals in that time, 1 against Derby. That's fair enough. That was going to be a tough game. We are playing Norwich, who haven't done amazing. They're in 8th. They've done okay. 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. They've been okay. They are predicted to finish 3rd, so it will be a tough game. But we've done well. If you look at the top goal scorer, Roof is already 3 goals ahead. Average rating. You can't really go off the average rating already because it's still early in the season, but you can see fullback doing well, Alioski doing really well down that left-hand side. And yes, we'll select our team now for the next game. A couple of players are going to have to come out because they're a little bit tired, like Jack Clark here. Make Hernandez an advanced playmaker. I think we will put Aylin back in after he had a rest. I think Cooper's not quite ready to come back in, the captain, so we'll put Matthew Connolly in for his second start. He did play against Swansea, I believe. No, sorry, Crew. I'm still not sure about Bamford. I think I'll put him on the bench for this game. I think other than that, we're pretty solid. Albeck's a little bit high risk of injury, 92%. It's okay, he's good enough to play. So I think that's where we'll go in. I think we'll stick with the same tactic. We might have to change it because we're playing against a really tough opposition, but we'll stick with what we know for now. And I'll tell them to do it for the fans, and let's get started. So put that on slightly faster. So early in the game we've already got our first highlight, not even 5 minutes in yet. Alioski with a brilliant run down the side. And click, wow, what a finish from outside the box. That is fantastic. That's his first goal for the club as well. Is it his first season at the club? It is. They bought him for... That's strange, didn't show up on the transfer history. Interesting. Oh, maybe it was... nah, doesn't matter anyway. But that's his first goal for the club. And we move on. Great start already. Alioski with the assist. He's been fantastic on the assist department. We have so far, 20 minutes in, got just slightly more than them in terms of possession. Still fairly early on, it's hard to tell. Usually by about 30 minutes you get a good gauge of where the possession's going to go. And they've got a good spell of possession here. Sieferman out to Lewis. Lewis, good cross for the ball, good defender. Aylin's done brilliantly, and we've managed to win it. That's what that high press does on the gegenpress. And look at that, that high Roof is through. He's quite unfortunate really not to score there. He's done really well in the build-up. And we've got a free kick, but that is the end of the highlight. Norwich have the ball here, down the right-hand side of Aaron's, another fantastic player in this game. And wow, Cantwell, I think that was almost scored, but keepers recovered the ball, and we move on. Yeah, we can see that the assistant does agree that Max Aarons is getting quite a lot of space here. And is that it? Has Janssen just scored? Oh, we're fantastic. That's his first goal of the season. And now we're 2-0 up, so Norwich are in trouble. It's very good to see the defence again on the score sheet. Obviously Helm scored one of our goals in the previous games, and he's a really good prospect for the team. That's it. Go into half time, 2-0 up. Quite happy. Yeah, I don't want to say about complacency, because I think we don't want to put too much pressure on them. We'll just tell them they're doing well. Hopefully we go back out and have a similar second half. We haven't got any yellow cards, which is good. That's what I was quite worried about by not putting stay on feet, is that we might pick up too many yellow cards. I've still got a Shackleton in the team. I probably should have switched that back round with Forshaw. But that's fine, because I'm going to have to put Forshaw in a minute anyway, because Allbeck's getting just a little bit tired. We'll see what the highlight does first, and they have scored. That is a bit worrying. I think we'll go on to cautious, and we'll just time waste just a little bit to begin with, and slow the pace down in possession. Lower our tempo as well. So I did want to take out Allbeck. Now I'm a little bit nervous because we're only one goal ahead. But I am going to take him out. I'm going to put Forshaw in because he's pretty good. Does a pretty good job in that position. Is there any other changes we can make? Don't really want to take Shackleton out because there's no one to really replace him with. Roof's had a quiet game. Bamford is after some more game time, so let's make him a poacher. And we'll get those subs on and see what happens next. Oh, yeah, I'm not liking this, the fact that they're still getting opportunities. So, I'm going to regroup, time waste more frequently, more direct. I think that's probably okay now. Do we need to make more subs? Harrison could do with a few minutes on the field. So we'll bring Harrison on. Hopefully that wastes a little bit more time while we get through to the end of this game. Got possession here. I'm a little bit nervous. Well, we've only got a minute left at a highlight. But that could just be the end of the game highlight. Nope. And it's going to be Bamford. He's come off the bench. And to be fair, what else can you ask of a player? He's done exactly what was asked of him. He's come off the bench and he's scored a goal to basically seal the win. There's no way they're going to come back from this now. We can probably speed this up a little bit now because they're not going to come back into the game. Although Buki's had a good chance. That's not a bad effort. Oh, yeah, they are having a couple of chances towards the end of this game, but I think that will be the end now. Once his throw-in comes in. Oh, what are you doing there, Aylin? That's it, all over. We have won 3-1. That potentially could be one of the hardest games we play this season, and to come out of that with a 3-1 win is very, very delightful. I will make sure they are aware. I'm pleased with the performance and the result. Well done, lads. I think, yeah, Click did play really well. I'm happy with Click's performance. Do a quick press conference. Click's early goal was important. Yeah, I think it was important. I mean, it's a goal benefiting of the player. He was incredible today. With a 100% record, winning 5 games out of 5. I mean, confidence is sky high, isn't it? So, yeah, I think Calvin Phillips, that's brilliant. He's returning to action soon. I'm sure he'll probably need a week or so, a few days maybe, before he can get back into the starting lineup. Yeah, early goal was key. Now, if we have a look now at this schedule, it's really good to see. It's unfortunate Roof couldn't keep up his goal scoring form, but it's very good to see Bamford get a goal there. So next we've got Middlesbrough. Now Middlesbrough are in 18th at the moment. I wonder where they were predicted to finish. Middlesbrough are predicted to finish, wow, 5th. So that potentially could be a difficult game, but I think we do want to get through quite a bit of this. So I think, where in the league are these teams? 5th, Sheffield Wednesday. Now Sheffield Wednesday are going to finish 15th, so they haven't got the strongest team. Should we do 4? There's quite a lot of games to play in this season. thinking we play, depending on what fixtures we get, we play one, skip four, play one, skip four. So it's obviously going to be 5 episodes per season, 46 games, I believe. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So I'll play these games off camera: Middlesbrough, Millwall, Preston, Birmingham, and we'll come back for the Sheffield Wednesday game. We may even do a double header, because I think Hull are going to be a tough team, although again, they're not doing very well at the moment, and they're not predicted to do very well, so that's a strange one. Brentford will definitely be tough, so maybe we'll see what happens. I'll definitely play the first 4, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.